Today we are continuing our discussion about what it means to love like Jesus by talking about how we are equipped to serve. Everyone is called to serve. And by everyone, I mean everyone. Ministry is not just a job for pastors, but a job for all followers of Jesus. Jesus himself said in Mark chapter 10, verse 45, "For even the Son of Man came not to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many." And then we learn in Ephesians chapter 4, verse 11 through 13, the Apostle Paul writes this to the church in Ephesus. He writes, "And he gave the apostles, the prophets, the evangelists, the shepherds, and teachers to equip the saints for the work of ministry, for the building up the body of Christ, until we all attain the unity of the faith and the knowledge of the Son of God, to mature manhood, to the measure of the stature of the fullness of Christ." Now, in these three verses, we see three components to ministry. The first component to ministry is mentors. It says in that passage that God gave the leaders of the church to equip the saints for the work of the ministry. And so if you're looking to serve, I want to encourage you to take the first step of finding a mentor. Now, a mentor doesn't have to be a one-size-fits-all. You can have a mentor in your spiritual life. You can have a mentor for a skill set that you're searching after. Just simply find someone who is ahead of where you currently are and is where you'd like to be, and start learning from that person. Now, the first capacity of ministry is mentorship, but then the second capacity is ministry itself. My job as a pastor is not to do all the ministry. Yes, I will love you. I will share videos and messages. I will make hospital visits and disciple and build leaders. But my job is not just simply to minister to you. Rather, when I became a pastor, my job became to equip you for ministry. The church functions best when everybody is using their gifts to serve one another. Therefore, the first capacity of ministry is mentorship. The second level is ministry, where the role of pastors and leaders in the church is to equip all saints, equip church members to serve one another. And then that leads to the third component of ministry, which is maturity. Sometimes we mix the order of ministry and maturity. We play the "I'm not ready yet" game. We think, well, I'm not ready to serve. I'm not ready to step out. I'm not qualified to lead. What we learn in this passage, however, is that when you flip the order, you realize that part of serving and ministering leads you to maturity. Some of the greatest steps I have taken as a leader has been when someone has empowered me to serve and to lead and to grow into a position. God doesn't call the qualified, He qualifies the called. And everyone, including you, right now watching this video, has been called to serve in the body of Christ. It starts with finding a mentor, then building up your ministry, and that'll ultimately lead to maturity. God bless.